What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Drake and Jimmy Jew Show. My name is Drake Peterson. That over there is Jimmy, the motherfucking Jew. And today we have some very special guests. We have the band Iration. What's up, boys?
What's up? What's cracking?
Also, I forgot to add that you guys are the stars of the newest podcast on iTunes called The Uplifter, the charting podcast.
You're the real star, Drake.
And you know we're coming for you, Drake. We're coming from the bottom, and we're coming up fast.
And we're using you to come after you.
Wait, what?
Already trying to steal my co-host. This is fucking bullshit, guys.
You can I think, yeah. Oh,
that was quick.
Joe.
That was quick.
Sorry, what?
Joe, what's everybody sipping on right now?
I'm sipping on a Modelo Chelada. It's Michelada, and I got a little tahine rim, which is kind of my go-to. I live in Ventura on the Avenue, so I've slowly turned.
He's assimilating
Mexican
quickly.
Roots, yes, into my community.
Yo soy Adam.
Exactly.
Tahinas, that's that little spice powder, right? You put in your soups and everything.
Yeah, it's just a little spicy with a little sweet too, but it's great on a Modelo or on a fruit.
Fruit? Cocktail.
Drake, you know what I'm talking about.
Cocktail.
Fresa. Pinche fresa.
So the album, you guys have a brand new album out. It's called Coastin. MB, you want to talk a little bit about it?
Who, me?
M Bizzle. Everyone knows who MB is because you were on an episode solo when we were at San Francisco.
At the Fillmore, right?
Yeah.
At the world famous Fillmore. That was fun. But Coastin, yeah, it's 13 tracks of feel-good, chillax vibes. They go well with the Modelo with some tagine. If you will. Pool music, boat music, beach music, Coastin. Yeah, it's the latest and greatest from us. I think we're all pretty proud of it. I think everybody had a lot of input on this one, which is cool. Everybody's a little bit more proud of this one, I think, just because it was a true collaborative effort, and I think the fans are digging it so far. So if you haven't checked it out, do yourself a fave.
How long were you guys working on it?
I mean, start to finish, it's always at least like a year, 18 months, but I think, because it's usually spread out. We do we'll have sessions of writing and pre-production and where we're just coming up with beats or coming up with grooves and chord progressions. And then we'll sit on those for a while. We'll go on tour and then we'll come back and we'll schedule more of those, or we'll schedule the next kind of round of sessions where it's either writing the lyrics or coming up with top lines and things like that. So it always takes a while, but I mean, I feel like this one was a lot more focused than previous albums. So I think the actual act of doing it was probably less overall hours because we were a little bit more focused, I think, but it's always almost a 2-year process every time.
You kind of have more time right now with the COVID thing going on, not really out touring. You have more time to sit in the studio too, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, since we had more time to do kind of follow-up stuff at home because we already had the studio stuff done. Right when COVID was hitting, we were getting them mixed. So it was almost a time crunch to get the songs done and mixed and mastered before all these engineers had to shut down their studios and stuff. So it was kind of crazy in that regard. But so we had written it and recorded it, but now I think we had a lot more time to put into kind of that follow-up promotional effort of doing videos at home and stuff like that. So obviously the Uplifter podcast being one of those things, since we can't tour. Yeah, I mean, can't tour to support the album, so it's there was a question mark of do we even put out new music without being able to tour? But I think people wanted new music to listen to and digest during this time where everybody's kind of on pause, and it allowed us to put our minds to something since we're at home. We have kept us busy in a way, helping market this and put it out there. So,
and of course, it was your first feature on one of these Iration records where you were the star vocalist.
It was cool. I mean, I've had songs with verses or choruses in the past, but to have one where I was the full lead vocal was pretty cool. And, I think it's falls in line with a little bit of the Iration history because there's always been multiple singers in the band, even before I came along, before Kai came along, before even Micah came along. I feel like there was other singers that were singing. So it's cool to just kind of keep that tradition alive of, having another voice on the album. And I know the last couple of projects were mainly Poosh on the lead vocals, but this one just kind of fit my range, and I was the one that kind of took the lead on writing the top lines and stuff with it. So just felt right to leave my stuff on there. Because sometimes I'll cut a demo and then Micah will recut the verse or whatever. If I have a verse that idea, sometimes I'll just cut a scratch and then he'll redo it. But this time it was like, no, we don't need to redo those. We'll just leave you on there. So it was kind of cool.
When's Adam gonna do it? When's Adam and Joe? When are you guys gonna sing on a song?
Well, Joe has a really good singing voice.
He
however,
does.
do not.
I've
He
been
does.
pushing for Jody to do Harms since I joined the band 7 years ago.
No, I mean, and for no, but for MB, I mean, you complement Micah's vocal very well, especially doing backups or with the second verses. But with this song, "Home Tonight," I think that was a real smash. Like that's been one of my favorite songs on the record. It just starts out so stripped, it's just the vocal, like a kick, and I think you really knocked it out of the park on that one. I'm really looking forward to jamming that one live, and I especially love like the bass line waits to the hook to kick in, so it kind of just slams, and then the second verse kind of has that swaying bass for me at least, and I'm stoked on that one.
Yeah, a lot of our songs are, even for me as we're writing them, are kind of growers. Like it takes a few times for me to listen to it for it to click, and like then I love it. And I feel like this one's a grower, a shower and a grower though. It's a shower and a grower.
I saw the Drake and Jimmy the trio all slowly start to giggle when you said grower.
Well, just before this, Jimmy was talking about how COVID made it so he can't get hard anymore. So
Thanks for
Scott-
bringing that up on the show. Thanks for bringing that up. That my dick's not working.
What is that
This
stuff,
segment
though,
brought
that
to you
have?
by Cialis.
Dude.
Well,
on,
our
Drake.
manager Nick has COVID now too, and so Jimmy went and saw him yesterday, and I guess he's
Fucking
just-
hour and a half just to fucking, and Nick fucking in the garage threw me a fucking bottle of some Cialis so I could do some damage when my girl gets back in town.
Classic.
So I can have a shower and a grower.
So have you ended your celibacy that you were talking about in San Francisco?
What's that other stuff that you had there, Jimmy? That
So I
that
got some liquid fusion here. You drink like a quarter of it. It's supposed to fucking give you an inch and fucking 3 hours of hardness.
You got that the AM PM at the checkout, or
Yeah, it looks
Some
like that.
horny
Adam.
goat weed.
This album has quite a few features on it. We got Junior from Common Kings, Ellie
no
Mack. Who else? We got some Stick Figure and some Reb. Is that everybody? Is that like everyone, Joe?
I mean,
I think
if you
so,
wanna
yeah.
count, the string instrumentation.
We got Adrian Olmos on the saxophone.
Hell yeah!
Wow.
Wife.
Yeah, this,
Drake, is this the most like brass you've played on a record with us?
yes, it is. Let's see. I think the last one, the self-titled one, it was maybe 4 songs, and this one, actually, I don't know. There's not that much brass on this one. Maybe 5 or 6.
Okay.
Pretty similar. I think there's less overall songs, so like the ratio is higher, but I think it's probably about the same amount of actual horn playing.
So needless to say, you're going to be extremely out of breath by the time we tour summer 2021.
Better not be smoking cigarettes.
Hell no, baby. We on the vape life of the CBD vape life.
Wow.
Ooh. Okay.
Shout out
damn.
to Flower of Life.
Oh, God.
What's the discount code, Drake?
There's no discount code yet, but
what are you eating, Jimmy?
what is
Beef
that?
jerky.
Oh my God, he's just always eating food.
Dude, I'm trying to pack on 20. I'm trying to pack on 25 pounds right now, dude. I'm fucking trying to eat everything I can put my hands on.
Dude, we got to get this guy to put.
Everyone, please enjoy the sounds of Jimmy eating.
This guy's got to put on some lbs, man.
What is that called? Misophonia? Misophonia?
Misohoni?
Fear of hearing like
No, it's misohonia.
Misohonia.
So do you guys remember when we were in Tahoe when we all first met Jimmy? Do you guys remember
Yeah,
that?
I was the first one who
I
met.
met
him.
Micah first, yeah.
Yeah, Micah was the first one. So
But we kind of looked. Hey, we kind of both had beards. I think at the time we kind of looked the same.
I think we just like caught each other's eye and we're like,
Dude, I think I have that picture. We took a picture.
yeah, we did.
Wait, Jimmy,
I might have that picture somewhere.
Jimmy, what about that night? It might have been Tahoe, but I was kind of thinking it was after the Catalyst in Santa Cruz when you brought your RV and we went to the bar and Nick from Yali Bird asked if we wanted shots, and I ordered 1942 and it was like $100 for like 3 shots or something. Then we went to some poor girl's house and like went rampant in the house, drinking until 4
that
in
was
the morning.
Jules' house. That was Jules'
That's right.
house. Remember?
But I think that was the first.
Was that in
I
Santa
remember-
Cruz?
I thought it was Santa Cruz, where you
That was
guys
Santa
were all
Cruz.
kind of rapping out, and that's where I thought the show was kind of spawned.
It
That
was
is-
with J Boog was there
Yeah, all the boys were there.
because
Was
we were in. That was J Boog's old tour bus. The whole inside of that, all the couches, all the seats, everything are all Louis Vuitton.
Wow.
It's hella funny.
Damn.
That was Boog's old tour bus, that RV.
Sick.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Steve still has it. Actually, I think I'm gonna go borrow it and go camping.
I think Ambrose was the first person who told me about your meme page, like way back when.
I just talked to Brosi the other day. He's over in Hawaii.
Yeah,
How's he
he's
doing?
now he's no longer with his wife
No.
or girlfriend, and now he has a baby on the way.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if he's playing with the band right now or not either. But,
Wow.
you know,
No,
backup.
no, he's not.
Oh,
Yeah. I check on him and Chris Reezy. You know,
yikes!
Those guys are rad.
they're all good, just good people, man. That's just that whole band has good soul.
Yeah, and all beasts of musicians. Like
Oh, yeah.
Ambrose on bass. Like I know his dad was a bass player and had him playing bass at like 2 years old or something.
And I've been talking to a lot of Sheldon, the sax player. That dude is
Saxy.
like, yeah, he has 3 Grammys or something, or nominated. That dude's a bad sax player. I've been posting some of his stuff. It's so fucking good.
Do you think
Sick.
that this album is going to be looked at for Grammys in the reggae genre?
No.
Yeah,
Hell
I don't
no.
know.
What?
It's
Always
kind of-
shoot for Grammys.
Yeah, but it's funny. Like even though
We're not
we shoot-
reggae in their eyes. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not
it's funny
reggae.
that the bands they choose for that, it's like if you're really like a reggae head and listening, it's like the albums that they select are just kind of like layups of the, you know, either the legends or, you know, it's not, they don't really judge it by the actual art. I don't think. I don't want to like diss on the Grammy committee, but I just, in my experience, I haven't seen any love shown to the bands that I think did the best or that I see did the most streams or the best on iTunes.
Didn't Coffee just win the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Did she?
I'm pretty sure.
She didn't win. She was nominated, but I mean that one's at least correct in my eyes. I feel like Coffee is like the biggest new artist in the world.
Yeah, I can gel with that for sure.
But I don't know if she won or not. I'm not sure.
Adam, in the last, like, let's say 3 years, who do you think's been left out of that kind of category?
I mean, when you look at the bands that have been like, I think about Stick Figure, who just burst onto the scene and started going giant and putting up huge numbers. I mean, you got to look at some of their streaming numbers, their YouTube views, and think that, you know, one of those albums might have done something, or, you know, Reb or anyone like that. Or was Protege ever?
Protege has been nominated. Common King
Yeah.
has been nominated. Bug's been nominated. So it's like they're starting to recognize, you know.
Well, the whole reggae scene's gotten bigger over the last even 5 years. I mean, I grew up on it, and it was never nothing. It was nothing. I mean, very small groups listened to any kind of reggae. Bob Marley, Steel Pulse, and everybody, Pato Bonton. But now reggae. I mean, look, go to Cali Roots. There's fucking thousands, and it's crazy. The festivals now with the reggae and the scene is pulling in. What's the one we did down in L.A.? That Love
One
with-
Love.
but-
One Love.
One Love. Look the fucking size of that thing.
Yeah, it's Jimmy. It's pretty crazy. So I think it was maybe 2010-ish. West Beach Music and Arts Festival in Santa Barbara did the first like festival day of only reggae rock, and they had Soja, Dirty Heads, Pepper, Iration, you know, Tomorrow's Bad Seeds, pretty much everybody in the scene at the time. And they got shut down by the city mostly because Pepper were swearing really loudly, and it was heard all through the city.
And Assad.
But yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
every festival picked up on that. I think it was Blaze and Glory was one of the first ones, Cali Roots, and modeled that festival and replicated it in their part of the woods. And literally, I saw it firsthand. It just went from, you know, playing bars in
Right.
St. Rock or Kilkenny's and Hermosa Beach to playing these giant festivals. Within 10 years, it blew up.
So it's still new in the Grammy world then too. I mean, 10 years. I mean, you got to think you got blues, you got rock, all these old musics, and reggae is old, but it's really just hit the scene in the last decade.
Just hit the scene. Yeah. It's
I mean, you had Sublime coming through back in the day, which is kind of bringing in the white summer reggae, whatever you call it, the ska, and that kind of introduced a lot of people and brought a lot of people
The
together.
white summer reggae. We might need to
You might need
that's a
trademark
genre,
that.
dog.
not
No,
word
but yeah,
anymore.
like you said, Sublime hit, and then right after that, it was like, you know, No Doubt, Fishbone were kind of coming, but also moving a little more funk. And then you had Pepper, Stupid, kind of came through, and then I'd say right around then it was like Dirty Heads, Us, Reb, you know, bands like that. As far as Bad Seeds, Soja, and now look, there's so many new bands popping up all the time.
Look, I mean, Collie Buddz is fucking killing it coming through. Hyree's fucking I'm watching her sell out show, like these little small venues. Stick.
Crushing.
Yeah, dude, Hyri's crushing it. Her energy levels on stage in high heels, dude. I don't know how the
Gnarly.
fuck.
She kills it.
It's gnarly. But man, so many good bands out there. So much good music.
I really want to push you, Adam, and the rest of the boys. Like, who would you nominate for these kind of Grammy positions that you think aren't being represented properly in those Grammy categories? Like, who do you think is not represented in those?
Let's start with Jody. What do you think?
I mean, honestly, I don't delve. I'm pretty naive as far as like new things. I'm not searching for new music. I just kind of like go about my daily life. If Adam shows me a song or one of the boys, then I'll be like, holy shit, this is legit. And I look into it more. But other than that, like, it's just whatever's in my closest circle. Like, obviously the stick here is hot. They're hot right now. You know, I don't know if they're Grammy worthy, but like, you know, but I definitely think like the Proteges were, and who's the other Protege and Chronics, yes. Very Grammy worthy artists, you know, obviously.
What about you, MB?
I don't know what to say about
What's that?
MB.
I feel like I feel like it's a spot that they're gonna consider real Jamaican reggae artists first, which they should, because that's where the genre came from. So it's like,
do you think there's just needs to be a different category, a newer category for?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, actually, because I don't think we slide right into reggae very easily.
yeah,
like,
like
you know?
we're not like, when it comes to real reggae albums that are coming out, like, yeah, we're not real reggae. Like we play reggae, we love reggae, we grew up listening to reggae on the radio, and like, not me personally, but everybody else that grew up in Hawaii and listening to roots reggae on the radio on the constant, like, that's your biggest influence. So you go to make your own original music, you're gonna like draw from your influences. So it's like, yeah. So, but it doesn't mean we're trying to be that. And it's like, I don't think we've ever really like, I think we're too kind of ambiguous to land in any genre as far as like being nominated, unless it's just like, you know, new music or like,
Alternative or something.
Yeah, I guess alternative, but yeah.
It needs to be a new genre. It needs to be a new category for sure.
It's especially like when Joe and I were starting the band, like, I think we were so into, you know, the bands we mentioned, like the older legendary reggae bands like Bob Marley, Black Uhuru, Steel Pulse, Don Carlos, but the message that they would push wasn't the same things. You know, we didn't have the same hardships and that kind of stuff. So
True.
What we liked was the beat element and the grooves that they did. So I think we tried to incorporate the grooves, but, you know,
The rhythm,
yeah, our message isn't like one of oppression and really of hardship. I mean, we were prep school kids and that grew up by the beach. So it's like what we write about is obviously going to be different, you know?
That is true. Yeah, so it is. I mean, it's just they need to come out with a new genre, a new. Yeah.
Drake's going to say
new genre.
sunshine reggae.
Yes, no, absolutely not. What it says like on the Wikipedia, and then it's just kind of like transferred to every single article because everyone looks at that and just says like, this is a sunshine reggae band.
My brother once updated the Wikipedia page and just sent me a screenshot just for shits and giggles, and he made Poosh's middle name Sunshine Warrior or something like
Oh my God.
I think that's
It
still
was
there.
it was like Micah Sunshine Warrior Pushel or something like that.
it was Rainbow War. It was
Rainbow Warrior. That's
Oh no, it's fucking horrible.
I hope and pray that's still there.
I think it got fixed pretty quick, but it was just funny because you literally can like, you can change the info on it, and
I remember the memes for like once that happened were pretty fire.
that was my brother.
That's amazing.
One of the best things that we do, in my opinion, is we have a stream that's just memes where everyone basically roasts each other and makes fun of each other and puts their face on like something really offensive. And I think, Jimmy, you probably inspired us to do this kind of stuff.
Great.
And we probably get a lot of the content.
Under good
from your
influence.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, you know, speaking of shit like that, okay, guys, this is something we do ask a lot of the guys on the show. You know, Drake's in your band. When you're on the road, what's some of the shit and pranks that you've pulled? We talk about these with all the bands, with fucking everybody. All the tour-based thing. What's some good stories? I want to hear some shit that you guys mess with people.
Okay, all right. So Cullen, our lighting designer, is A.
Hi, Carl. Shout out to Colin.
So great guy, love him, great at what he does. So he's a habitual vapor. He's got one of those hardcore, like it's got all these like diodes and like ohms and
Oh,
shit.
it has a TV on it and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's got this badass thing, and he's just shredding that thing all day. Fat ass clouds,
Flowmaster exhaust pipes.
bro. And yeah,
vape limit on it.
so I think it's Peepers who will take his fucking vape and stash it somewhere in the bus, and we just sit there and just watch it all unfold as he's like scrambling to find his vape, and like I think it's almost gone to blows before like.
No,
Pretty,
shit.
it's for sure.
Let's just
Fucking
It's hot,
Peepers.
man.
what is said when that happens is
Cold.
your vape maybe where a bird might
Birds
perch.
And it turns into a riddle, yeah, and it's
A higher place.
And he's losing his shit.
I'll share a pretty good one, not that we pulled, but that was pulled on us as kind of a young band coming up, and it was by Pepper. We were opening for them. I want to say it was in like Long Island, New York, or somewhere like that.
Yes.
But, we go up to our, we're about, it's a throw and go scenario, so you don't get a sound check. You kind of just rush your shit up there and hope everything works. And their sound engineer had put a microphone at the sound booth and taped over the little red light that shows you that there's another channel there. So that was like, it was basically an invisible microphone.
Oh, fuck.
And also for Joe D's drum kit on his snare, they had filled it with baby powder or something like that. So the second he hits it, just like blows up in his face, like first song. And then in between the songs, they're saying stuff to the crowd like, fuck you. Like, and it's going out through the PAs, and we weren't even on ears yet. So we're like, Micah, why, like he's the only guy with the microphone. Like, why are you doing this? And like, just saying all this, like talking shit to the crowd. And
Subliminal messages.
Yeah, we're like, where the hell is that coming from? And I could see King in the booth just like scrambling, going, where the hell is that coming from? So that was a pretty good prank early on that really got our gears going.
They Vaselined both my drumsticks, and
No.
and they cracked one just enough so it was like when I hit it a few times it would break. So it was really fucked.
Yeah,
It was fucked.
Get them back.
The most impressive part of that is they got King. Like, how is King not in on it? And the vocals are coming out of the front of house.
That is heavy.
King King used to be a member of Iration and did all the the front of house sound, and now he does the sound for the Green and sometimes Revolution. So he's a fucking legend. So
And they got Micah really good too at the Nokia Theater in L.A. Micah and I just drove down to watch the show, and they were playing with Pennywise and some giant tour, and they're like, yeah, you guys just come up and play percussion, and they like introduce us, Iration. It's like all glorious, and they give me this cowbell, and then Mike is expecting a drumstick, and they hand him this huge black dildo, and so Mike is like hitting at the cowbell with it, and at one point he's like waving it in front of the crowd, and like it was a shit show. I mean.
we can't use that. We can't use that word anymore.
We'll edit that.
Cease and desist.
It was a full-blown.
Jimmy G show.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I'm gonna say now. If something is a shit show, I'm gonna be like, man, that was a full-blown Drake and Jimmy G show.
Yeah,
That was
that was Jake and Jimmy.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
So Jimmy, I understand that you might have some man questions for the boys.
Guys, so, Drake not really being a man because he's gay. I know the rest of you guys are not gay, and you guys are men. You guys are manly men, and, you got beards, and you're fucking, badass old ladies. So I got a couple man questions for you guys.
Man questions.
These are things that
All
men
right.
should know. These are things
They're
that
not
men
real
should
man
know.
questions. They're ridiculous questions that make no sense.
Says the guy that paints his fingernails. Okay. So, guys, and only the not Chris and not Drake answer these. So the rest of the band. And you guys can all talk together, no Googling shit. Or Siri or none of that shit. Okay. Back in the day, there was Clint Eastwood. He played in Dirty Harry. You guys remember that movie?
Vaguely.
What gun did he use? What was his gun?
44 Magnum.
That's it. Good job. Man.
Joe.
Good night.
Thank you,
Never
Jojo.
asked us that question. This is a different test.
Yeah, they're different.
Next
tests.
different
question.
Okay, so Joe's got
Okay.
one.
So and it goes for all you guys. You guys all become men together. Okay. Good job. Okay. These three things were introduced in a certain year. Harley Davidson, Ford Motor Company, and Miller High Life was introduced to the line of Miller. What year was it?
Oh, Ford.
Ford, Harley Davidson, and Miller High Life was introduced to the line of Miller.
Those are all great American
Like
companies.
1938.
These are all American.
No, earlier.
America.
20s maybe, like 1920s.
Think about Model T was like fucking before 1920. No, maybe
so
not.
I'm going to go
Damn
so
it.
far. I mean, we're talking of the late 1800s, the industrialization of America,
Yeah,
with the
yes.
transatlantic railroads. So the Model T came right after that. Let's say 1909,
Whoa.
1912.
Well, let's just get an answer from everybody. So Adam says 1909.
I'm going to say
MB?
1912.
Okay.
God, this guy is truly bougie.
MB, what's your answer?
I don't
He's
know.
looking down.
He's looking
Uh,
down.
I don't have any- Yeah, I just don't know when they were actually established or founded. You know, I'm trying to think. I would say like, 1918 or something like that.
Joe?
1915. Fuck. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you guys are all really close. 1903.
Oh,
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harley. Well, the big thing is Harley and Ford just did a few years ago. The big 100. Actually, it's been a while now. They did the big 100-year anniversary of their things.
yeah.
Okay, well that was good. That was close, very close.
Nice. Keep shooting.
We're
Okay,
happy.
you guys remember the TV show The A-Team when you were kids?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Name
Well-
all four of them.
Oh my God! Wasn't one guy's name Murdoch?
Yes, I got Murdoch. That's
Mr.
good.
T.
Who?
Mr. T.
Yep, but
Obviously, Mr. T.
What was his name on the show?
Joe's got this one, I swear.
I know Joe does.
No. Fuck.
Got Murdoch.
Pass. Fuck.
Oh my
B.
God.
MB.
MB,
I
come
don't,
on.
I don't remember
Help
character names. I'm not
Yeah,
good.
honestly, the show was kind of like just before our time, I want to say, but I mean,
I watched reruns of it.
yeah, I know, shit.
I pity the fool.
Yeah, Pay the Fool. Yeah, see, you got that down.
Everyone
name
out
was
there, Jimmy G.
Mr.
did
T.
not
Mr.
watch
T.
reruns.
And I named all these without even looking it up.
Okay, so let's,
Mr. T was B.A. Baracus.
Oh, okay.
I would not.
And then
Big ass.
and then the one guy always had the girls was named Face.
Face.
And then the leader, the old guy, was named Hannibal.
Hannibal. That's my
Okay,
God.
Hannibal, I might have gotten, but
I need the little rainbow.
But
That's,
hey, you guys got Murdoch because he was the goofy motherfucker that would steal the helicopters.
we got 1.5.
Nice.
I
we
got
got-
Murdoch.
That was good. That was good.
You're
Here's a
sort
music-
of men.
A music question, MB. You might get this.
A musicer? Wait,
A music question. Music question. I got a couple of music questions in here.
Okay.
Okay, first music question. What year was Gibson founded?
Ooh.
Ooh, MB should know this.
That's what.
Probably like 1949.
Nope, no.
Earlier.
What?
MB, doggy.
Oh, MB, no.
Oh,
Earlier,
Gibson?
dog.
Oh yeah, because I'm thinking of I thought you were thinking Les Paul. I'm sorry.
about
Gibson as a company, like
Please.
late 1800s or some shit.
Okay, you guys want to give some give some question, some little
Phone a friend in.
guesses? Yeah.
You can phone a friend.
1868.
You think Gibson's that old?
Just kidding. I have no.
1929.
Okay, so that's
1898. I don't know.
1898 is very close. You're only 4 years
What?
old. 1902.
Ding, ding,
1902.
ding.
And
Holy
just
shit.
bonus points. Does anyone know where it was founded?
Nazareth, PA. No, that's Martin.
No, you,
Kalamazoo,
El-
Michigan.
you should
Wow.
let MB would know that.
No, you wouldn't.
Witty.
He would know the founding location.
I got my wires crossed.
Okay, here's one for you guys. A couple sports questions. Who won the last Super Bowl?
Steelers? I don't know.
The Oilers.
I ain't so much for sports and such.
Sport.
Patrick
You know,
Mahomes,
I know MB knows this, but
City Chiefs.
Who?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
No,
What
it
do
was
you?
the New England Patriots.
No, that's wrong. The Niners just made it to the Super Bowl.
doesn't even know.
You know what's great is if you just asked Jody and I, we probably would have not
Question
gotten.
was that.
Yeah.
Okay, who won the last World Series?
Thank God I'm here to set the record straight on that one.
Oh,
we have a
wait.
real man.
Who won the last World Series?
Washington Nationals.
Very good.
Okay.
Boom.
MB's got that. Yeah.
Okay, there in history that we used this one before. In history, there was 3 presidents assassinated. United States president assassinated. Who were they?
Ooh.
Everybody
Kennedy.
obviously knows Kennedy.
Yes, that's one.
There was a super early
Lincoln?
one.
Lincoln, that's 2.
Lincoln. Yeah, but
Mhm.
Shut the fuck up, Drake.
I didn't say anything.
It
All I
was,
said was,
was it McKinley?
Nope.
No.
Monroe.
No.
No.
It was
Oh,
Jefferson?
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's
good.
what that's what I got when I did this, and he.
Yeah.
told
A weird one.
I
I
still don't
can't
remember.
remember.
The last one was, what's that fat cat that likes lasagna?
Oh, Garfield.
James Garfield. Yes.
wow.
Again, these are not man questions. Here's
These
I'll
are
give,
American men questions that girls wouldn't know, but men would.
I'll give a man question right now. What is drain tile?
Drain tile.
It's something you put on your nails.
I
It's something you
know-
put on your fingernails.
I know Joe D knows.
Wait,
Drain
Micah
tile
Brown-
is
Is it like a
Okay.
drain-shaped tile for like a pool or something? That's
Right.
what it sounds
See-
like, or a shower.
I'm the only man here then.
no.
That's what
They
the
it's
question proves.
instead of the rectangular tiles, it's the ones that are shaped in a round fashion that can go around a drain.
No, that's completely wrong.
Good job, though.
Sounded good,
That
though.
sounded good, Adam. That sounded... Okay, here's one for you guys. An Iration question.
Ooh.
What year was the album Automatic?
Oh my god!
I know this one because it's when I like joined the band like a month before.
Wait, we have an album
20
called Automatic.
2014 or 2015.
13.
13. You got it.
Fuck.
All right, and Joe, for a bonus question, name 3 songs on the album Automatic.
Ooh.
Automatic.
That's one.
Cookie jar.
Falling, Time Bomb, and
No.
Oh, whoa!
All wrong.
Wrong.
I'm just kidding.
I think Mr. Operator was on there.
Back
Just
around.
let me inside on that one.
No, that's Time Bomb.
Fuck.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, you got-
Undergo.
good job, Mike. You got that.
Hey,
Okay.
so
2 questions left.
go ahead.
You want to say something, Adam? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So, Jody, why don't you share a little bit of fanfare? So, Joe was pretty much responsible for getting the band started.
Really?
It
Yeah,
was his fault. It was all his
it was
fault.
his fault that we're all in this mess together.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
You're the reason we are all here,
That's right.
I mean, I guess technically
Fuck.
you could look at it like that.
right?
I guess
Wow,
Shit.
you were-
yeah,
brought
so
us all
Joe,
together.
tell
Guess
us,
so.
Really
tell
is
us a
daddy.
little bit about that.
This was in 2001 in Isla Vista on Del Playa Drive, like infamous party street, like the gnarliest of the gnarliest fun parties, like
Where's this at? In L.A.?
in Santa Barbara,
Santa Barbara.
UCSB. And so the keyboarder from Revolution, Rory Carey, and our old singer, songwriter, guitar player, Catlin, and myself would literally just like fuck around, drink beers, and play whatever the fuck we could. There was 2, so Rory and Catlin had guitars, and I was playing this weird ass drum set. There was a hole in the snare head. It was like punched all the way through. And we didn't care. We just get hammered and like just fuck around. It was like really fun. And that was basically the beginning. And then the next year, Adam bought the bass.
Yeah, I heard
And,
you guys knew 3 songs, I think, and I think I watched you play the same 3 songs like 10 times. I was like, you know what? I can fit in here by buying a bass guitar. So
I'll
I
have
taught
them
myself how
learn
to play
5
it.
Oh, shit.
Mongo go thump thump.
I don't know how to string it. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a fan's life.
Ooh, that's some deep shit right there.
That's fucking creepy. No, but I mean, we just kept playing, and like I never quit, so they got stuck with me, unfortunately, for the band. You guys could have made it. Fuck.
We could have been somebody, JoJo.
If you had a solid ass drummer, you could have made it.
You've already made it, Joe. I had to tell
Drake-
you earlier today, Joe, that you're actually a professional drummer, and he didn't think that. And
You
also,
literally are a solid ass drummer.
Joe would have been an economist, and I would have been a doctor. Think about that.
Yeah, right?
I would
Yeah.
Adam
And you would none of you guys have to put up with our shit,
You guys
That's
would
right.
both be in the weeds with COVID right now.
right?
Y-
Losing pounds.
Adam,
Okay.
you'd be filling prescriptions for Jimmy and I like every day.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
some STD, penicillin, Cialis. You know?
Right.
If I had COVID, Ad was my doctor, I would run for the hills and definitely
Right?
be dead already.
All right, Jimmy, hit us with those questions. We
What are
ready.
the other two?
Two
ones?
questions. Another old TV series that all the boys watched when we were kids was Knight Rider.
Oh no.
What was the guy's name and what was the car's name?
David Hasselhoff.
Well, that was his real name.
Oh, fuck.
These aren't man questions. These are old
These
man
are
questions.
fucking questions that boys
Uh,
that kids watch.
Firebird. He had a Firebird.
Yep.
I think it was that or Trans Am. Was it Firebird?
Or
Oh,
maybe
it was a Trans Am. It was a Trans Am. For sure it was a Trans
It
Am.
was a Trans Am.
Yeah.
Pontiac, dude.
And what was the name of it?
Like
What was the
this.
name of it?
I can't remember the name of the car or the guy.
The name of the car was Kit,
Kit. Fuck yeah, I remember that.
and his name was Michael Knight.
Nice.
Damn.
Remember that? Michael.
Yes.
And
That
last
song is
question.
dope.
Last question. Who is like the god of everything in history? Thor. Thor is the god of what?
War.
Come on.
War.
Thor. He's like the fucking man of the
Yeah,
world.
is he the god of thunder?
Yes, you got it.
Yes.
Thunder and lightning.
Damn.
Dude,
There's
you guys
no way
did pretty
Adam-
fucking good.
There's no way Adam is
wrestling
this
shit.
Well, you know what's funny is I crushed probably a good amount of those, and I actually spent most of my childhood growing up in England, so I didn't get to
Wow,
see
really?
those TV shows. Yeah.
They didn't translate them over there?
No,
I thought it was kind of before the translating days,
spoke a
huh?
whole different. We spoke a whole different language. No, we didn't. I went to-
No, no,
No.
no.
Cup of tea and a trumpet.
Hello, Kit.
I got a trumpet.
Mate.
Oh no, Kit! I'm in a spot of trouble. Send the Trans Am. Wait, I went into Australian there.
You totally Australian that.
You fucking cunt.
Yeah. Everybody's a fucking cunt over there. It's funny as shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, none of these are man questions. Real man questions are fixing a faucet and fixing your house. So
I think
Wow.
women can do that. You've
Fuck.
heard of Rosie the Riveter, right?
Yeah, she built tanks
then
and
she's a
aircraft.
man. You know, Jimmy thinks that Michelle
Hey,
Obama.
even
is-
she didn't paint her fucking nails. She was so fucking cool.
Well, you know what? What I do have to say is, if you want to be a real man, you got to use Manscaped. Everybody is MB. I know that you had one sent to you. Did you get a chance to use it yet?
Nah.
Nah, dog.
I'm waiting for the nose. I'm waiting for the nose hair trimmer. That's the one I really need.
They're
Yes.
sold out.
Those are sold. Those are completely sold out. We sold them out personally here on the Drake and Jimmy Juice show.
Yes, we did.
It's just been like quarantine vibes, so I haven't really been like.
So
Yeah.
just a little Manscaped story for you guys. I have always just used my normal shaver, gotten the nose,
Me-
gone for the bits and pieces.
Yeah,
but
same. But those things cut your fucking balls, man.
But I was gonna say, but for the fourth, or for Yasad from Pepper's 40th, he left his Manscaped in the bathroom, and I didn't go full grundle with it, but I needed to get some of my beak hairs, so I just did a little trim in, and the thing went great.
Ew!
So.
Whoa! Whoa!
So-
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Yee.
whoa.
Yee, if you're
crabs on
watching
your
this,
stash.
No, he went on his full grundle though, right? So,
Yeah, dude. That guy's hairy like a magic carpet, dude.
You'd think he's hairy like a magic carpet, but no, smooth as an egg.
Oh my God! We gotta tell this to Yasad.
Shout out Manscaped.
Well, they have.
Just showed his
and cut commercial.
promo code YEE 2020.
Drake and Jimmy
You
Juice
saw
showed
the
us
promo
how
code,
to
William? Yeah,
your
he's
shape.
sure got Manscaped promo code.
Multiple-
Well,
funny.
you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code SHITSHOW at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Summer is here. It's time to shave your balls. Thanks, Manscaped.
That's shit show, capital shit show, one word.
Mhm,
Whoa,
Okay, thanks.
mhm, mhm, mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
Thanks.
So you guys just
Are
announced a
you
brand new
okay, or you're not?
announced a brand new tour, which is in 2021. What's going on? How are you guys feeling about like being out of work for this long?
Honestly, I've been tripping. Like Joe and I, MB owns a home. Joe and I just kind of got into buying homes, and I'm just like hoping that things get somewhat back to normal soon, because it's like we still make money and stuff, but it's just like it's not the same as when you put an album out and you're touring and
Yeah.
you're a little more comfortable. And I'm just trying to like do any kind of side hustle I can at this point, just to kind of keep sane, and also to just keep the nut above water, so to speak.
Yeah.
I've got a miss
Tour-
you. We miss
Yeah.
all the boys on the road and living that life that we've become so accustomed to.
Yeah,
Well,
I
do you-
mean, Macomb, what about like Live from Paradise? The 2019. Like, how good of a tour was that for everyone?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing, and like I think I didn't realize how much I missed all the boys until we had that live stream 10 days ago now, where just seeing you guys was so amazing, and I realized how much I missed that family atmosphere that we've had for the last 4 years. You know.
Yeah.
Well, seeing like touring and all this stuff, and MB and Drake, you guys both just went to the Common Kings thing. They did the drive-ins, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how was that? Is it like gonna be like a possible temporary future thing, or do you think that's gonna happen more? I mean, how was it? Was people really getting down, grooving?
Yeah, it was a full blown tailgate party. People were dancing on their cars in the truck beds, like they were loving it. I think it definitely has legs, especially since it's an outdoor event, because I feel like a lot of the stuff that's being shut down is indoor. You know, as long as there's not a capacity on people, which, and if you're all in your own group, I guess you're not in like a full large crowd, you know. Like, so maybe that's how they justify it, is like each group is separated so that the crowd's not technically that big or what. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely here right now, and it's
Did you enjoy it? I mean, was it like it was kind of nice to be there?
Yeah, I was telling, you know, Marina and I were talking after we went the other night, and most of our feedback was like positive. Like, it was a fun experience. It was pretty easy to get in and out. I don't know, we must have lucked out. Like, we got a nice spot, right? They had like speaker towers halfway back into the crowd, so that,
Oh, cool.
you know, so that the front of house mix was also being mixed or pushed out of these like speaker towers halfway through the crowd. Like, apparently,
And for our listeners, it was basically a drive-in theater.
yeah,
They set up a stage where the screen would be, right?
Yeah, so it's the Anaheim, the Grove of Anaheim, which is right next to Angel Stadium, has a very large parking lot, and so it's ideal for putting on a parking lot event like that. And they have like the security and infrastructure and staffing to put on something like that already. So it was kind of like maybe that it was just a no-brainer as far as where to do it, because they're already a live venue, so they can kind of just take that whole show and put it out in their parking lot, you know. And so
what they do for like food or drinks, you couldn't do, nothing was open like that.
there was 3 food trucks, but there was a full app that you could order food, and you could order drink, and you could order merchandise from the band directly to your vehicle, right, Drake?
Wow.
Yeah, I use the app,
shit.
and
Cool.
they give you like each car gets like kind of basically 2 parking spots, and it's marked. And so you just go to this app and you put in your credit card, you tell them your space number, and it took about 30 minutes. They give you, we ordered some margaritas and some popcorn just to check it out. And Jimmy, you told me that I was going to be receiving some Jake's pies.
Okay,
and they never arrived.
Jake's Pies, because they drove all the way down there from up here in Northern California for Common Kings, bought them pies, and I told him your spot, and he goes, "Hey man, we just bought the pies mostly for the Common Kings," and he goes, "But I'll let you know next time I go down to LA, and I promise you I'll bring Drake some pies."
Oh.
So
there you go.
the communication's all there.
What kind of pies are they? What is the deal with them?
They're Phrygian meat pies. They look like a little chicken pot pie, but they're solid.
I love those.
They're like solid, and you just hold them and grab them and eat them. And the bread's like butter flake bread.
They have those all over like Australia,
Yes.
England, Fiji.
New Zealand, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
The common.
So they make them around here now, and they're just blowing up at all the festivals.
So MB or Drake, because you've experienced both, for a fan, which would you say is the better experience? Would you rather be watching a concert streamed at home, or would you rather go to a drive-in?
Drive-in, 100%.
Because it's more
But
personal.
also, I think it's important to mention this to all of our viewers, that the premium you pay for one of those drive-in concerts is something you're doing to help every artist who goes out there.
Yeah.
Because all these venues, they can't put the same amount of people in, which is why the tickets are so much more expensive. But that is literally the only thing keeping artists like.
It wasn't even that expensive. It was
Well,
$200.
and not just the artists. You're helping out the security, the people rigging the lighting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's-
you're putting money in
supporting
everybody's
everyone.
pocket.
Just keeping it
So
in.
how much were the tickets?
It was $200, and
For 2.
that's for one
Oh.
car.
Which sounds like a lot, frankly. You know,
not.
that's a lot of money.
But for 4 people in a car, it's $50 a pop. That's
Was
Okay.
4 people the max that you could put in a car?
every seatbelt that you have. So if you have a car with 7 seatbelts, you can have 7 people with you.
So bring a fucking limo,
There
party
you go.
bus.
Or a
It
tank.
says no limos, but you could do an Econoline van.
Hey, we might
There's
have a
a
little hookup. I think we have hookup. We could probably make a phone call.
It says a limo, like in the description for the ticket.
It says no limousines.
So Drake, did you guys could you pay more to get closer, or is it kind of like a first come first serve?
It was all just a general admission ticket. I'm not sure if that's because I ordered them like the day before, so I'm not sure if you try to get them pre-sale or something, if it was cheaper or
I was
to get
expecting
closer. But
it to be way worse. Like getting there, I was like expecting a long ass line, because we pulled up right before 7, and so the doors opened at 5. the first act was supposed to go on at 7, so we got there like right around 7, and there was like one car in front of us, and then we went in and we pulled through, and they let us like all the way almost to the front at first, and then they had me back up. I think they were trying to spread it out, so they were strategically leaving spaces open until it got full, and then so we just lucked out in having one that was like right in the middle, kind of just behind the soundboard, right behind that speaker tower, so we had like a nice loud audio mix. So it was like, I mean, it was a pretty good situation, but I think, I think there's definitely the downfalls, but I think if this is an alternative to zero things, I'd rather have this instead of like have nothing,
Yeah.
And I think, even after concerts return, I think these drive-ins and the streams are going to have more legs in general, just because it's kind of a new atmosphere, a new environment that we're in, where, it's just live of like huge events and big groups aren't like a given anymore, which is crazy. But
So what should listeners do? Like, what can they do to help support live music? Do we need to call venues and say, hey, we want to see our our favorite live bands performing at in these parking lots, or what? Is there any movement of some sort?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
there is a movement about like trying to help keep the venues alive, because a lot of independently owned venues are just like having to close their doors because there's nothing going on, and they don't have a restaurant kitchen, so there's no business, there's nothing to support them in this time. So I know that they're going to Congress trying to get some relief bills passed. There's probably some petitions you could sign. I would say into that, save our venues is kind of like the.
So wear a fucking mask when you go outside.
I mean,
yeah, that's the main
Music
thing.
Cares, I think, would be one you could support. Yeah.
Really,
Yeah,
the mantra here is I don't know.
I don't know, and also wear a mask, because I feel like if you like live music, then and you wanted to come back quicker, then if everybody wore a mask, I feel like we could get back.
And
to
of course, Mr. Anti-Mask Jimmy.
Politics aside, it's not about
Oh, Jimmy, you're
Adam's
not
taking a
anti-mask,
shot.
are you? I was
isn't.
taking I was going to take a shot to MB's what he was saying, but not
Does
to
that cactus have a penis?
not to no, it has 2 arms, but not to Jimmy's not wearing a mask, because I like to wear.
Wait,
a
I
mask.
need a shot, dude. Fuck.
Wait,
Jimmy's
let's all get shots.
Jimmy's wearing a mask now, though, so we
I might need a shot of penicillin.
Boom, Kanani.
Straight in the ass.
Boom,
Boy.
Kanani.
In the booty.
Adam, before you take your shot, or after you take your shot, I want you to talk a little bit about the Uplifter and what
Okay,
that
so
is.
the Uplifter is
Take
a
your
really
shot first.
Take your shot.
Oh my God, Jimmy has a mask.
And I want to hear about Joe's sick little truck he has.
So Uplifter is a really cool. It's a podcast we've been doing, and we kind of pivoted a little bit. We started off doing it where we just shared positive news segments, because it was right when COVID was hitting. There was so much bad news, death, people losing their jobs, blah blah blah. And so that we started the Uplifter to just kind of share positivity, and then we kind of pivoted and moved into different segments where we just kind of rapped out about different things, and it was kind of a chance for fans to kind of just hang out with us, where we're not getting to play concerts anymore, so they can kind of log on and especially with our YouTube stuff, you can chat with us in the comments. The Uplifter is a great way to just kind of feel out our personalities and vibe out with us a little more.
So there is interaction, not just listening. You can actually interact.
There's commenting that we respond to, and we've had guests on. Like next week, we have Ellie Mack on, and we've had the head of our Irator Facebook page group on, and stuff like that. But it's just a way for fans to kind of get in touch with the artists and rap out with MB and Joe D and Case and Poosh.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Now I hear that Joe has a badass little sick truck.
He sure
I want to know what
does.
this is. I want to know what this is.
It's not that cool. It's basically a Tacoma.
Dude, I'm a taco guy.
Are you okay?
Well, you got Joe.
You
You got
got 32-inch tire or 33s?
33s, but I put long travel suspension in the front.
Okay.
So you're a crawler.
Little Forerunner vibe.
So you
Yeah. I do. Well, growing up in the
Free
Big
run.
Island, crawling is everything. But like over here in Cali, I just want to drive fast.
Well, I live right by Fordyce, not too far from Fordyce and Rubicon.
Oh, so you got some stuff.
I mean, I got
So,
a-
dude, we got full blown homemade crawlers and everything.
I got the color.
And everybody has taco motors.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy, MB's got a crawler too, right? MB, what do
What?
you got?
I have a Wrangler with a 3.5-inch Rubicon Express lift.
No shit, huh?
Which was sick for the
35 inch
outdoor
Pro Con.
concert.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you took the
Definitely,
top
I can-
off, huh?
Oh yeah, we took the top off for the drive-in concert, which was ideal.
It was
A little
perfect.
Wrangler with the top off, like that's the way to do it. So that I think we did it right. To answer your question, I would say
Yes.
the drive-in we had it dialed. The only way we could have beat it is if we were the guy with the F350 lifted that can like 8 people and also has a huge bed. And he put his backyard patio furniture in the bed of his truck and brought it in, and they set up their like outdoor patio set on the.
Fucking boss.
That's cool.
Or if you just set up a jacuzzi in your like truck
Right.
bed or something.
That'd be badass. Not, you know, Niho has a taco too.
It's Ninja.
Niho.
I call him Niho.
It's
Spanish.
It's like Japanese. You go like ni or like Chinese niho. Huh?
It's Spanish, Niho. J is an H.
It's just short for Nick Johnson, so it's Nijo. But he has one. I think he.
Jimmy,
I think it's back over